What's up, guys? How is everyone today? Whoa! Hello, everybody. Let me just get set up here. How's everyone so far? So if you have any questions, comment down below. Jay Lee, what's up? Daily, what's up? Notification Squad. Mark, what's up? Jordan, hey. What's good? Where are you stationed? I am stationed in Norfolk, Virginia. Patrick, what's up? Jay Lee, I'm alright. It's a little bit hot over here in Virginia. It's very, very hot. Today was like 96 degrees or something. So, not that fun when you're sweating all day. Alex, hi. There's a lot coming. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff, exciting stuff. So, stay tuned for that. I'm gonna give a tour of my sleeping quarters where I sleep. Also gonna do some cool challenges with my friend. It's out 24/7 in Puerto Rico. I feel you. Yeah. Yo, I'm about to go on vacation to Virginia on Friday. Awesome. You making a career out of military? Personally, for me, no. If I was to do a career, I would say, maybe I'll do 20 years as an officer. These videos are awesome, man. Keep it up. Thank you, Nick. Yesterday, I was in a slump. I was like, maybe I shouldn't post anymore. Maybe I should change up the style of posting that I do. But, I calmed down and I'm going to keep going. Do leave days accumulate in boot camp? Yes. Yes, it starts in boot camp. Do you know if it's possible for someone with sickle cell to join the Navy? I know that's one thing they always ask, sickle cell. I think it is. Because before, I remember in boot camp, before any type of activity, they would always ask, like, hey, do you have, anyone have sickle cell and all that kind of stuff. So, I think that you have to talk to your recruiter, and your recruiter is, going to lead you to MEPS, and, they'll kind of decide what to do with you. Jay Lee, thank you. Thank you for your kind words. True, you thinking about ranking up to officer or no? Your posts are great and informative. I'm going to try. Definitely going to try. If I don't make it, I don't make it, So, yeah. Hey, Yoon. What do you think about Army National Guards or Navy? I just graduated from my military school. Indecisive about which branch to join. My brother's in the Army National Guards. He's a medic. He actually does kind of cool stuff. He's in Pennsylvania, right? Pennsylvania Army National Guards. One deployment that he did, he went to Lithuania in Europe. He only got to travel on the weekends. Monday through Saturday, they made him work and, do his stuff. But, he still got to see Europe. He never got sent to anywhere, dangerous. So lucky for him. I don't know. Ian, I guess it would depend on you, Like, what's your ideal, military experience? Is it Army? Is it Navy? It depends on your luck, right? Because, if you're lucky if you join the Army, you could go to great places. And if you're unlucky in the Army, you could go to crappy places. Same goes for the Navy. So a lot has to do with your luck. Nick, I have one question. I tried weed a couple of times in high school. Do I tell the recruiter or MEPS? As long as that's hard for me to answer, Nick. Cause it's on video. You know what I mean? Nick, I guess what I can say, as long as it's out of your system, it's out of your system. What is harder, Marine Corps or Navy boot camp? I would definitely say Marines. Mayonnaise man, what's up? What places have you been stationed at? Virginia. What's the best place to get stationed? I think a lot of people always love California. You know, I wouldn't really know, right? Because I haven't been to California yet or be stationed over there. But you know, most people always want to go California. Nick, don't say anything. Just keep it in the low. Thanks, Yoon. You got it, Ian. I've never smoked weed or smoked in general. And what's up? Good to see you again. Door cable. Okay, let's see. Still staying alone, or they finally give you roommates? No, Nick, I live in the ship. This is my friend's house. I crashed here a couple of times. Yeah. I leave for basic on the 25th. Can't swim. I've been trying to learn and will continue to practice. Any tips? Motivation. The biggest thing that you need to know, I guess two biggest thing, right? You know, one thing you're gonna do, you know, to get into the water, you're gonna climb about 15 feet above and then jump in, right? And from when you jump in, about 100 yards. 75 yards? So a normal swimming pool that when you go to YMCA, LA Fitness, that's 25 yards, right? So imagine, you know, swimming from when you come in about 50 to 75 yards to the other side of the swimming pool, right? So you're gonna swim when you jump in, swim, backstroke. You know, if you can't swim, you know, just lay on your back and then, you know, do the backstroke, elementary backstroke. Don't try anything fancy. And you know, when you are swimming, make sure you practice that. Okay, actually, I'm gonna feature this in a question in a separate segment. I'm gonna cut this out and then make this a segment. So it is 9:35. Okay. So Nick asks. Oh no. Motivation asks. Okay. Let me redo that. 9:52. All right. So Motivation asks. Any tips on swimming if you can't swim? So when you are in boot camp, right, the swim test, you will, I don't know exactly how many feet above from the pool it is, but I think it's roughly about 15 feet, right? 15 feet, you jump in, and then from there you swim right about 50 to 75 yards to the other side. So if you go to a normal swimming pool, LA Fitness, YMCA, they have about 25-yard swimming pool, right? That's a normal size of a swimming pool. So if you don't know how to swim, right, it's kind of, and you leave pretty soon, it's kind of too late for you to learn anything fancy, right? So the easiest thing that I would recommend is the elementary backstroke, right? So pretend I'm in the water, right? And then you just, flap your arms and, kick your legs. And then you do that, just practice that, as much as you can before you go to boot camp for, back and forth in a normal 25-yard swimming pool, as many as you can until you get tired, right? Ideally, do it 3 times in a row. So that's the biggest thing. A lot of people can't swim that far, right? Because it is tiring. If you've never swam before and you get into the pool first time and you swim a lot, the next day you'll realize how sore you get, right? Or even like a couple hours after, you'll realize how sore you get. And the second biggest thing is people fail the prone float, right? Where, you're floating on the water. You can't, I don't know if you can use your hands. Yeah, you can use your hands. Yeah, you use your hands and you float on the water for, I don't know, it's either 2 minutes or 5 minutes. I think it's 5 minutes, and you float for 5 minutes. And there are times, the other segments, where you hold your breath underwater, but that's relatively easy. As long as you can swim that distance and do the prone float, staying afloat for 5 minutes, use your arms and legs, then, you should be golden. All right. Did you decide while in boot camp that you were going to make videos about boot camp once you get out? And I've been making YouTube videos since high school or middle school. This is like my 6th channel, but this is by far the biggest channel. I first started making breakdance videos, then card game videos, then origami videos, then in college I made men's style channel, and also a watch channel. I used to work at a watch repair store, and customers would come in with problems with their watches, and I'd fix it and make a video about it. And this is the Navy channel, which this channel is what I'm going to try to go with for the rest of my life. So yeah, I've always been making videos, but even in boot camp, I was thinking of what videos I can make. No, but the biggest problem that I saw, the reason why I said, let me be a Navy YouTuber, is when I was trying to join, right? That's back when JT Suits wasn't really around. Right, JT just got into the reserves. He just, finished active duty military. Clayton Philpo was just getting out. Kyle Gott was just getting, started. I think he had about like a couple thousand subscribers back then. And I was looking around for YouTube videos about the military and try to get some answers of, what should I do? How much money am I going to make in the military? And there wasn't anyone like that, right? So I said, what? Let me go in and let me be the best one to do that. And I'm on my way. Hey, Yoon, I want to join the Navy SEALs, but I feel like I want some military experience, so I'm thinking about joining the Army first before trying out for the SEALs. What do you think? Para, if you're interested in the Navy SEALs, go to the Navy SEALs first. If you're talking about military experience, then, because if you go to the Army, right, and let's say you sign up for 4 years, then, you do 4 years for the Army first, then you get out, and then now you're going to go to the Navy, right? I don't know if you're going to have to go to the Navy boot camp, but, I think that's not a good idea. Me personally, if I was interested in being a Navy SEAL, I would just go for the SEALs right away. You're still going to get the same military experience when you're in the Navy SEALs. You just get it, at a much more intense level. I'm going officer route. Any tips? I plan on doing ROTC. I think, you know, being an officer, you know, do a lot of community service, try to stand out, you know, talk to other officers, you know, not just me. I'm not even an officer. You know, if you're interested about being an officer, talk to officers. You know, I'm sure it's hard to find, but you know, if you can find one, get as many tips as you can. But you know, when you are an officer, save as much money as you can. You know, if I was an officer, you know, I saved 22,000 in 2 years. I'd probably be able to save 50,000 in 2 years if I was an officer. Michael, what's up? Welcome back. Have you be happy to ride an electric bike? That would be cool. What was your name of your first channel? I think I deleted like a couple channels because back then you could only have one channel per email. But my watch channel is Yoon Kim Project. I have a very big video over there. One video has like close to 500,000 views. It's about fixing a G-Shock. What was your... Okay. Hey Yoon, has the recent death of the 7 sailors affect your view on deployment? Nope. Like, are you worried about potential death? I'm always worried about potential death, Andy. You know, I could die tomorrow. You know, something could fall on me and I'm dead. You know. And even when you're a civilian, you know, people, you know, unfortunately die all the time, you know. But when you're in the military, you know, I would say maybe, you know, the chances are a little bit higher, just a tad bit higher, because you're around more dangerous equipment. But, you know, safety is huge in the military. Safety is huge in the Navy. The fact that, you know, I don't know exactly what happened. The reports haven't really came out, but the crash from the USS Fitzgerald and the La Crystal, or yeah, whatever ship it was, you know, they ignore the safety procedures. You know, something had to happen. You know, the Navy is very, very high on safety. The fact that they crashed is, you know, so they, you know, did something wrong with safety. Chris, Yoon, I got a question. I've heard that you can change your job in boot camp. Do you know anything about that? I have never heard of anything about that, Chris. I don't know. I don't know anybody who changed their job in boot camp. Dominic, what's up? I'm alright. It's very hot. Estela Castro, what's up? I don't care. I think a freak accident like that happens anytime, yeah. If you want to be stationed to a submarine, is that an officer-only thing, or does that include enlisted? It includes enlisted. You know, you could be like, I could be LS Nuke if I, you know, I had to request it and I have to get special training. But you can request it from the beginning when you go to, when you talk to your recruiter. Andy, you haven't been here for a while. What happened, man? I thought you left or something. Should I go to the Navy, Saul James? Let me answer that in a little bit. Hi, how are you doing? Do you know what is on the E2 advancement test in boot camp? Danny, there is no E2 advancement test. From E1 to E2, you have to pass the depth test, right? Depth test, you get the depth study guide you get at the MEPS, after you enlist. E2 to E3, if you want to get promoted, then, you know, you have to have a leadership position, leadership job, RPOC, AROC, you know, Master at Arms and whatnot. There is no E2 to E3 advancement exam. Oh, but Danny, okay, you're talking about E2, become E2. So it's the depth test, right? When after you sign up MEPS, soar in, sign your contract, you know, your recruiter should, or your Navy liaison should, give you a depth test, depth study guide, right? Delayed entry program study guide, you know, what's the basics of the Navy. So that is going to be based on, that study guide is going to be the test. Exactly. I think you makes a good point. You know, we all couldn't have it anywhere. Should I join the Navy? Okay. G-Shock video has 400,000 views. All right. Yeah. I got 100,000 views off, but it's going to get, a million views in like the next year or two. Bye, Estella. Okay, how long do I'm planning staying in? Haley, so my remaining contract is 3 years, right? So if I do the remaining, I have 5 years. But I am currently rolling in the idea of doing a shore command. If I can get it at shore command in Pennsylvania or New Jersey or New York or anywhere close to Pennsylvania, I'm seriously considering shore command. And shore command is 3 years. So, total of 8 years. So by the time I get out, let's see, in 5 years, I'll be basically 30 years of age. So kind of old. Do you have to be 2 years to advance? No. If if you come in as E3, you could be E4 within the year. How hard is a depth test? As hard as it's just the more you study, the easier it is. Okay, the more you know it, the easier it is. But it's like 10 out of 10 chance I will die, but I'm only 12, so got some time thinking. 10 out of 10? Oh gosh. Nathan Ortiz, what's up? How do you feel about making the military your entire career, serving 25 years? Do you think it's worth it? I think it's worth it, if you can deal with it. For me, I can't deal with it. And if I was to stay in for 25 years, I would definitely be an officer. Because I want to be in the front lines. All right, so Saul James, to answer your question, should I join the Navy? Okay, let me think a little bit before I give you an answer. Okay. So one good reason, right, to join the Navy or any military branch is if you don't know what you want to do with your life, right? For example, let's say you just graduated high school and you don't know what you want to do. Then I would suggest, yes, look into the military. And when you sign up for 4 or 5 or 6 years and, however many long, within that time you are in the military, save as much money as you can. And while you are in the military and also getting all these life experiences and saving up a lot of money, because the more money you have, the more choices you have in life, right? And I'll explain a little bit later on. But if you don't know what you want to do with your life, figure it out when you are in the military, right? So for me, for example, one of the reasons why I joined, what led up to this point was, I had a business, it failed, I had a lot of stress, and I didn't know what went wrong, and I didn't know what to do. So I said, you know what, let me join the military, and while I'm in, let me figure out where I went wrong, what I need to do, and let me save up a lot of money, so by the time I get out, I have options, right? So if you have a lot of money, right, for example, let's say by the time you get out, you have like close to $50,000, right? You have a lot of options if you want to live in a different country for a while, or if you want to travel all around the world, you could do that, right? If you want to buy a house, that's an option. If you want to start a business, that's an option because $50,000 could get you a small franchise, or if you want to start your own business, whatnot. For example, for me, I had the luxury of, let's say I got out with $30,000, right? I could, if I want, try to be full-time on YouTube, right? That's kind of what I really want to aim for. So, yeah. What's up, Cyrus? What other things? You said we should study for the ASVAB. I didn't give a particular thing, but if you go online and type in ASVAB test, there's a practice test, and it gives you an idea. If you want, then you go buy a ASVAB study guide at Barnes and Nobles, and you know, you could do that. Are you allowed to have a bike on the ship? Yes. Oh wait, no. Like in the ship, no. If you could find somewhere to, put in there, then yeah. Yoon has made 4 videos about if you should join the Navy or not. Yeah, I do have a lot of videos about it. 5 years ago, leave for boot camp in 5 days. Cyrus, keep me posted once you finish boot camp. If my tips helped, if it didn't help, I would love to know. If you could choose again, would you choose the Navy or any other branch? I would look more into the Air Force. I think Air Force, and I have my values align a little bit. What was your business? My business was affiliate marketing. I had a website, and in my website, I marketed products for different companies. And I used to go door to door or post flyers and promote my website, because from my website people go in and they would click on the products from different companies, and then the company can track that, and I would get 10% of the sale. So that was kind of a good deal. That was one part. Sometimes I sold other stuff, like I would sell clothes online, but didn't work out. I had a disagreement with my partners and broke apart. Thanks. One more question. I'm going to be HM, but I want to be stationed on a ship. How many HMs are usually on carriers and other ships? So in my ship, E3 and below, I think there's about 6. There's not a lot. I know Donnie, and I don't know if Nikki's an HM or if Nikki's a corpsman. Donnie's never been on a ship, I don't think. Or at least I've never seen him, or I haven't heard him talk about it. But yeah, I think that's one thing you could try to request and try to make it happen, Chris. Any tips on how to gain weight? Eat a lot more. But make sure you work out, right? You don't want to eat and just do nothing. Eat and work out, be healthy. Would you consider going to the Air Force after getting out of the Navy? If I was to be an officer, and yes. Would you ever... I've never thought about joining the Coast Guards. I don't know how true it is, but some people say that's like the best unknown thing. If I joined the Coast Guard, that would have been pretty cool life, really. Okay. Wanted to be a police officer, but I'd rather be MP, Army, make more money here in Puerto Rico. Police officers only make 30,000. Do you think this is a good thing? If you want to be a police officer, MP would be a good, ideal gig. Do any civilian doctors work at military medical facilities, or is it all officers? No, I've seen civilian contractors, right? So civilians that are contracted through the military that treat people. Even like was optometry, the eye thing and the mouth, like the dentist. I've seen it all. Like at boot camp, the people who take out your wisdom teeth, the doctors that the dentists that do that. I think they're all civilians. Mostly, they're all civilians. I don't want to fall into that habit. I bet alcohol and stupid crap. What do MPs do when deployed, or are they just infantry? I don't know exactly what MPs do. If they're what happens if they're deployed. I don't know if MP is an MA rate or an MA billet. Spend more money on tattoos. Hey, Yoon, I found out I was lied to earlier, being overqualified for some rates. And the Navy offices, I don't know how I should handle the situation. Is it possible to switch rates? Now I know I was lied to. Patriotic. The really, at this point they got you, right? They got you signed on a contract, which, if you want, you could walk away from that contract. But I would say fight it, right? Try to pick the rate. Try to get the rate you want. If you have time and if you really don't like it, walk away from it. Say, hey, if you don't give me this rate, I'm going to walk away and I'm not going, right? I'm not going to boot camp, right? Because at the end of the day, this is your next 4 or 5 years or 6 years, depending on what rate you signed up for and how long. So you don't want to be stuck for something that you don't like for at least 2 years to 2.5 years, right? Because your recruiter or your Navy liaison might say, oh, after 2 years, when you're in the Navy, you'll change your rate in no time if you want. But that's actually a difficult process, and sometimes that might not even be possible, right? For logistics specialists like myself, for example, if I want to be an MC, right now it's closed. They won't let me if I even request it, or even if I want, they're not going to let me, right? So my best recommendation, whatever rate you want, go in it from the beginning, because your recruiter might say, hey, you can change it anytime you want, but that's a load of bullcrap and they know it. Can you bring a bike on the ship? On a ship? No. You can park it outside somewhere. Colton White, 5 boot camp. You leave for boot camp in 5 days. Any tips? Have fun. Get the best leadership positions. RPOC, AROC, Master of Arms. Get as much leadership skills and develop it as much as you can. Before you leave right now, Colton, make sure you pack your stuff in a travel bag or in a box, so it's easier for your family when they come to graduation and you meet at the airport before you leave for A school. You meet up with them and they'll give you whatever stuff that you have for A school, like your cell phone, laptop, computer, books, underwear, civilian clothes, right? Pack your stuff right now. Make sure you have $50 in your wallet, right? 10 ones, 2 5s, one $10 and one $20 bill. Credit card, debit card. You're definitely going to need a credit card or a debit card. Have a watch, right? I have a watch. If you don't have a watch, for boot camp and for the Navy in general, it helps. You can't have an eye watch, just have a normal watch. In your wallet, make sure you have your home address, family address, girlfriend address, your home phone number, your mom's phone number, dad's phone numbers, brothers, sisters, siblings' phone number, cousins, grandma, any relatives that you want to talk to when you're in boot camp. And pictures of your family if you want. And that's really it. Was there ever a time in boot camp when you craved specific food that you couldn't eat until you graduated? Yeah, Korean food. Definitely. My shipped out date is August 9th. Nervous because of my limited English. I hope we'll be good in boot camp. Sometimes is good that you don't understand languages when someone's yelling at you. E3HNDA. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, Yoon, where do you think you will be if you were in the Navy? If I wasn't in the Navy, I would probably have graduated college by now, in some sort of debt, in significant amount of debt. I would still probably be doing a lot of YouTube videos, probably more towards men's style. Yeah, I will be doing some sort of YouTube, always YouTube, and working, probably at some store, watch store, or no, actually, I'll probably be working for a real estate firm, internship, or get my real estate license and work from there. Do I plan on getting any tattoos? No. Which stocks are you investing in, and are you short trading and day trading? I do not day trade. I do short trades. Okay, actually, hold on. If bike is affordable, can I have store away somewhere on the ship? No, mayonnaise man. You are not allowed to bring a bike into the ship. So, actually, Maxfield, let me show you my stock. Actually, I don't think I can show you my account. But yeah, I do have, I do have Yamana gold. I bought about 2,500 of it, dollars of it. But that's actually done me a lot of harm, because I bought it at 250. Now it's at 233, because I thought it was gonna go up to at least 280, 290, but it actually went down. But I'm not worried; it's gonna go back up. I would show you, but it has like sensitive information, like my account number, like within it. So, okay. Move to Korea and become a K-pop god. Andy, one thing that I'm thinking is going to Korea after my military career. So yeah, I put $10,000 in, and right now it has, I've made $500 so far, but that always fluctuates. It went as high as $900, and it went as low as $100. Okay. But yeah, man, Yamana Gold's been kicking my butt. Hey, what's up? Currently, I'm in depth, sworn in yesterday. Future PR, awesome. Martinez, Future Sailor Martinez. Can you bring your phone to Army boot camp? And if so, where would they be kept? I've heard you can. I think my brother did too, because my brother went to Army boot camp. You have a little locker that you can put it in. So, yeah. Do you love the military life? I do not love the military. Are you at penny stocks? I am not at penny stocks. I am using Merrill Edge. Ed, are you going to go to McDonald's? If you are, take me with you.
What?
If you are, take me with you.
You want to go?
If you are, take me with you.
Yeah, I'm down to just go across the little highway right here.
But, I mean, it's up to Ethan.
Sketch. You down? Me and Kim are going to go.
How come you don't love the military life? Andy, I just don't like, I just don't like not having a lot of freedom. Which I do have a lot of freedom, but, being told what to do, and, you can work hard as all you want, but, there are times where favoritism plays into the role, and, other people take credit for your job. I'm more of an individual, right? I like to do my own things, like my own YouTube channel, create my own business. I like to be my own boss, right? I just can't. That's not my natural skill, my natural talent is doing my own thing. I just can't, you know, work for somebody else.
Alright. Where to go then?
Do you see people at work who thrive in the military life? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There are some people that are just, you know, the most, you know, hardworking, insanely smart people that I've ever met. I think I'm about to close it out here soon, guys. My friend is going to go to McDonald's, so I'm going to try to go along with him. He owes me cheeseburgers, so
Let's go.
I'm going to go. Alright, guys, so sorry for cutting it short today, but going to go McDonald's now. Do you think reserves would have a better choice? Better choice of what? Been a better choice? For me, no. If I was going to do military active duty all the way. Reserves for 8 years, no way. I wouldn't like that crap. Do you plan on getting or having a girlfriend? I do have a girlfriend, Estella. She comes by here every once in a while. But thank you for watching, guys. I'm going to be posting another video here pretty soon in my channel. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions, make sure you post in the comment section down below, not in the chat room. So I'll answer it later on. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great Navy Day, guys.